It may take longer for some Springfield Public School students to make it to the classroom today. I'm Amanda Callahan with more on the bus delays expected this morning.
And it is a cold start out there this morning with temperatures down into the teens. Well, the full forecast coming up.
COVID-19 concerns are on the rise as the Omicron variant continues to spread rapidly across the nation. I'm Kristen Burnell with the latest details from health officials.
Plus, find out what local communities have reinstated indoor mask mandates here in Western Mass. A busy show for your 5 a.m. hour. We're going to take a look outside on this Monday morning, December the 20th, and it's cold out there, a little brisk, no doubt. Good morning and thanks for tuning in here to Western Mass News. I'm Jordan McCool. It's the start of a new week and also a holiday week, Christmas at the end of this week. So let's head over to meteorologist Dan Brown to see what we can expect for the weather.
All right, yes, Christmas only 5 days away, coming up on Saturday, of course, so busy time for a lot of us. And we're not going to have any weather issues today. Yes, it is cold. There might be some frost on the windshield as you head out this morning as well. But we should hang on to dry roads, clear skies, and sunshine today. And there's a tiny bit of a breeze and not a tremendous amount of wind. But no doubt it is a bundle up kind of morning out there with readings that are generally running in the teens from 17 Springfield, Greenfield, one of the colder spots right now, Charlemont at 13 degrees. And again, not a whole lot of wind. So it's cold, dry, and fairly calm. So our temperatures and dew points, I should say wind chills, are matching. We got a wind chill, though, in orange down just a little bit with a tiny bit of a breeze. It feels like it's 9 degrees. Either way, right, it is a cold start out there. Grab the thicker jackets. Also this morning, you need the sunglasses. Later on when the sun comes up, we should see quite a bit of it. So dry, sunny today, but cold. Highs only coming up in the mid-30s. Closer to normal for this time of year, though. We should be right about where we are this afternoon, mid-30s. It'll be a cold, dry evening as well. Full forecast for the rest of the week leading up to Christmas coming up in just a few minutes from now. Jordan, we'll see you then.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you, Dan. Well, some Springfield Public School students will be arriving to the classroom later than usual this morning. School officials alerting parents over the weekend to expect delays today. And Western Mass News reporter Amanda Callahan joins us live in Springfield with those latest details. Amanda.
Jordan, school officials say that this delay is due to an unexpected shortage of drivers this morning. Just last night, Springfield Public Schools announced that any student who takes the bus may be experiencing a delay this morning at their bus stops. They say buses will be stopping at every scheduled stop this morning, but school officials are asking families to be aware that the buses may be arriving late. According to officials, these delays will impact busing for all students who attend Springfield Public Schools. Western Mass News reached out to Springfield Public Schools for more information as to whether students can expect delays returning home from school as well, but we have not heard back. And if you're going to be outside waiting for that bus a little bit longer this morning at your stop, you definitely want to bundle up as it is pretty cold out here. Live in Springfield, Amanda Callahan, Western Mass News.
All right, hope you're staying warm too, Amanda. Thank you. Also happening today in Springfield, Mayor Sarno is expected to meet with Health and Human Services Commissioner Helen Caulton-Harris over concerns of COVID-19 numbers in the city. This comes as COVID-19 infections have been on the rise in virtually all of the Bay State. And be sure to stick with Western Mass News on air and online for the latest developments and updates on their meeting as information does become available. We'll be sure to let you know. Beginning today in Westfield, an indoor mask mandate will go back into effect this after a unanimous vote from the Westfield Board of Health. Several communities all over Western Mass are also reinstating mask mandates due to a rise in COVID-19 infections. Governor Charlie Baker, however, has made it clear that there will not be a statewide mask mandate, leaving that decision to local officials. Well, the Omicron variant continues to spread across the nation, with multiple state senators recently testing positive for COVID-19. Western Mass News reporter Kristen Burnell joins us live in studio with the latest. Kristen.
Jordan, just yesterday, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren announced she has tested positive for COVID-19. In a tweet, Warren says she regularly gets tested for COVID-19 and tested positive with a breakthrough case Sunday, saying in part, quote, "Thankfully, I am only experiencing mild symptoms and am grateful for the protection provided against serious illness that comes from being vaccinated and boosted." According to the World Health Organization, Omicron cases are doubling within a 1.5 to 3 day period in countries where it's been confirmed, and cases are going to continue to surge.
That the cases are going to surge in the next few weeks. We're already at over 100,000 daily cases. We could get to over 500,000-600,000 daily cases if Delta and Omicron coexist.
Health officials say there's still a lot of unanswered questions about Omicron and how much of a potential threat it poses. They emphasize that the best protection against the virus is getting fully vaccinated. And coming up in the next half hour, I'll have more from how this recent surge is impacting holiday travel. Live in studio, Kristen Burnell, Western Mass News.
Thank you, Kristen. Well, later this morning in Chicopee, Senator Eric Lesser will be joined by Chicopee Mayor and other officials to announce they have secured $5 million in funding for the Food Bank of Western Mass to build a new food distribution center in the city of Chicopee. How awesome. The announcement is expected to take place at Chicopee City Hall around 11. New this morning, the Northwestern DA's office says more than a dozen people from local communities have been arrested after police were able to bring down an alleged cocaine trafficking group last week. The DA's office tells Western Mass News that this multi-agency investigation took 7 months, and people from Greenfield, Deerfield, Montague, Ludlow, Charlemont, and West Springfield were arrested. The enterprise is believed to have distributed between 100 and 200 grams of cocaine a day through Franklin County, Hampshire County, and the North Quabbin region. Over in Springfield, a crash on Roosevelt Avenue took out a utility pole Sunday afternoon, bringing down some wires. This was the scene when our Western Mass News crews arrived around 6 p.m. and according to Eversource, a light pole was hit, but luckily no customers were impacted. Coming up on Western Mass News, after endless debate about the Build Back Better bill, find out why one senator has voted against it. Plus, how the military is being used to help relieve stress for hospitals workers in Maine. And later, details from a new study revealing more information on why it's important to get vaccinated. All right, important information coming up, but as we head off to the break, let's show you this. Look at your roads. This is just a look at the traffic flow across our area, and you can see pretty much all clear. 391, maybe a little bit slow, but otherwise you're looking good. That was brought to you by Country Hyundai. All right, happy Monday, everyone. Welcome back to a new week, a holiday week, and we're starting off pretty cold. And I know a lot of people might be wondering, okay, well, are we going to have a white Christmas? Because that's coming up, right, Dan?
Yes, yeah, that's coming up. Well, we got 5 days to go, right? So the answer to that is probably not, but we still have a couple of chances maybe. But we, at least over the next couple of days, will not see any precipitation. We have a little precipitation on Wednesday, but that looks to be, if anything, maybe some rain showers, or if it comes in early enough in the morning, that might lead to a few icy spots in the morning with maybe a little bit of freezing rain or drizzle And then maybe on Christmas Day, we could see some rain or snow showers as well. But no big storms indicated at this point, and no storms to worry about today. Temperature in Springfield now, cold enough, 17. And we will see a lot of sunshine out there. So certainly a cold feel. One of the colder mornings we've had so far this season. Plenty of teens across the area. Pittsfield's at 16 and Worcester right now is at 16 degrees. And again, the wind for the most part is light, not a whole lot of wind. So in most spots, the temps in the wind chills are matching. Either way, a bundle up kind of morning out there. We will hang on to a lot of sunshine with just a few clouds mixing in. A weak system is going to travel across central and northern New England tonight. Might throw a few clouds our way overnight, but we do stay dry. And tomorrow a few clouds mixed in as well, but actually it'll end up being a little warmer in the afternoon with high temperatures coming up into the lower 40s. So as you head out the door this morning, car starters needed. If you have them, use them, right? A quick scrape or maybe even a couple extra minutes to get rid of some of that frost and get that car warmed up as we head out the door. Make sure the kids are bundled up with temps in the teens as they're heading home. It'll still be cold, but at least it'll be sunny and there won't be a whole lot of wind by about 1, 2 o'clock. Temperatures right around freezing. So today is sunny and cold. Tomorrow is dry and milder. And Wednesday, the bulk of a storm system stays off to our east, but it could throw our way maybe a few rain showers or pockets of drizzle. In the morning, temperatures will be below freezing. So that might lead to a few icy spots on Wednesday. That's something we'll be watching. But in terms of a big snowstorm or anything like that, that does not appear to be in the cards. The bulk of that storm is going to pass out to sea. But for today, we should hang on to quite a bit of sunshine. There's that system traveling across central and northern New England as we go through the day tomorrow. It'll throw just a few clouds our way. And then as we go into Wednesday, we're watching a storm system off to the east. But again, it could throw some very light moisture our way into Wednesday morning. And that might lead to a few icy spots with a little bit of freezing drizzle or freezing rain, but the bulk of the day it's not doing a whole lot. The bulk of the moisture stays off to our east. So high temperatures today, excuse me, high temperatures today come up in the mid 30s. Conditions stay dry.
You, Dan?
Please do.
All right. We'll see you in a little bit. Across the Capitol, the end of this year holiday season may not be so jolly for the White House. That's because a sweeping economic and climate package supported by President Joe Biden still doesn't have enough support from the Democratic Party. Western Mass News correspondent John Lawrence has more.
President Biden's Build Back Better bill is dealt a battering blow.
This is a no on this legislation. I have tried everything I know to do.
The nearly $2 trillion package needs full support from the Democratic Party to get through the Senate. And Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia remains a holdout, saying he has concerns about various provisions in the legislation which passed through the House of Representatives last month.
They're just trying to make the adjustment for the time to fit the money or the money to fit the time, not changing our approach, not targeting things we should be doing.
The president's bill, which was trimmed over the past few months, would boost the nation's deficit by $367 billion over the next decade.
This Build Back Better bill, I think, is an absolute disaster. They don't even know how they're going to implement the infrastructure bill.
Supporters of the bill are upset with Manchin's lack of support.
If he doesn't have the courage to do the right thing for the working families of West Virginia and America, let him vote no in front of the whole world.
All I want for Christmas is a senator that has compassion for the American people and not contempt.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Okay, well, according to two sources, Manchin informed the White House and Democratic leaders about his decision before going public with his announcement. The White House issued a statement Sunday saying Manchin's comments were, quote, at odds with the discussions this week with the president, with White House staff, and with his own public utterances. Okay. Looking across America now, Senator Minority Leader Mitch McConnell visited his home state of Kentucky on Saturday, assessing the damage left behind in Mayfield from last weekend's deadly storms. The Republican senator also toured a makeshift memorial for the nearly 80 people killed. McConnell says it's going to be a challenge to find additional sources of funds for the period beyond the 30 days that FEMA covers for recovery efforts. The National Weather Service says the tornado that hit Mayfield and Dawson Springs on December 10th was an EF4 in intensity with estimated peak winds of 190 miles per hour. Just devastating. Well, over in Maine, the resurgence of COVID-19 is putting a strain on many healthcare facilities. But one hospital is getting help from the military to help cope with that. 17 members of Maine's National Guard are reporting for duty at Central Maine Medical Center to relieve some of the strain of the hospital staff, which is now on month 21 of the pandemic. With their help in non-clinical roles, the hospital is able to open previously shut down units for recovering patients no longer in need of acute care. The group of National Guard members is expected to remain at this hospital through the end of January. Well, newly published information from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the COVID-19 vaccination could be the difference between life and death. The findings, based on information collected through October, says people who have yet to roll up their sleeves are 10 times more likely to test positive compared to those who are vaccinated and had a booster shot. Unvaccinated people are also 20 times more likely to die from the virus. The CDC also says nearly 61.5% of eligible Americans are fully vaccinated, while roughly 23% are not. Well, Apple has announced it will delay bringing in workers back to the office indefinitely. The company also announced it will be giving all of their corporate and retail employees $1,000 to buy equipment for their home offices. The move comes as COVID-19 cases continue to rise all across the world, as well as concerns over the Omicron variant. This week, Apple will also reinstate its mask mandate in all U.S. stores, regardless of local guidelines. Meanwhile, the Radio City Rockettes are canceling the rest of their Christmas show performances. I'm sure so many are disappointed. The Christmas Spectacular announced it was ending its 2021 season because of breakthrough COVID-19 infections. The shows were originally scheduled to run through January 2nd. Management says tickets will be refunded. Well, in the baseball offseason, Fenway Park will be reopening to host a COVID-19 booster clinic. That is set to start sometime in January. This comes as the first few cases of the Omicron variant have been identified in Boston. The health department says all 3 young adults who tested positive were not fully vaccinated and were experiencing mild symptoms. Turning now to a consumer alert, Procter & Gamble is issuing a voluntary recall of more than 30 aerosol spray products, including dry shampoo and dry conditioner. The recall is due to concerns over the levels of the chemical benzene, which is known to cause cancer. Products from the brands Pantene, Aussie, Herbal Essence, and Waterless are included in that recall. The Food and Drug Administration say to date, Procter & Gamble has not yet received any reports of adverse events related to the recall. Still ahead here on Western Mass News, one Springfield school is set to close by next month, the latest pushback from parents. Plus, after a fire destroyed several Longmeadow businesses, community members are working to raise funds for the employees impacted. More on that coming up in the next half hour. And as we head into the break, a look at Waze. Here we are, our general traffic flow across our area looking pretty good. That was brought to you by Country Hyundai. And just a reminder, you can become a member of our traffic team through Waze. Download the Waze app, search Western Mass News, and then join our team. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully, I have my voice back. Had some water. Feeling a little bit better now. But anyway, we are only 31 hours away from the official start of winter. Tomorrow at 10:59 in the morning. So the final hours of autumn here, right? Of course, we think of December as a winter month, but it officially starts tomorrow. Feeling every bit like December out there right now. We're at 17 degrees. There's not much wind though, so at least we have that going for us. And we should hang on to quite a bit of sunshine as we go through the day today, and the wind will stay light, but certainly bundle up. Wind chills and temperatures matching in most spots, but look at Pittsfield, it feels like it's 9. Look at Boston, it feels like it's 7 degrees. So one of the colder mornings that we have seen so far, and we should hang on to quite a bit of sunshine. A weak disturbance will travel across northern New England and will throw a few clouds our way for tomorrow. So high temperatures today will top off in the 30s, teens as the kids head out to school, as they're heading home. It'll be right around freezing. It'll be closer to 30 for high in the hills, mid-30s in the valley. So sunny and cold today, dry and milder tomorrow afternoon. But we get cold tomorrow night, back down in the teens and 20s. And on Wednesday, although a storm system is going to be staying off to our east, enough moisture may come in here, just some low-level moisture that might lead to a little bit of freezing drizzle or freezing rain. That would be Wednesday morning, so that's something we're watching out for. And of course, it doesn't take much moisture to create some problems when it comes to freezing drizzle and rain. But for today, we'll hang on to sunshine. For tonight, just a few clouds mix in. Tomorrow, sunshine mixed with clouds. And then as we go into Wednesday, we're going to see some of this moisture coming up. This is actually updated information now. Notice how the storm system looks a little bit closer. However, we're planning Wednesday on being the bulk of the storm staying off to our east, but if it were to come close enough to us, we would be talking about some freezing rain Wednesday morning, and then the system moving out as we go into the afternoon, and as we go into Thursday, it looks dry as well. So Wednesday is the next day in question out of the next few. But no questions today, plenty of sunshine and cold, with high temperatures between about 30 and 35, and we should hang on to quite a bit of sunshine. Overnight tonight, it'll be clear for a while, a moonlit sky, that nearly full moon. Certainly lighting up the city and countryside right now, too, by the way. Temperatures tonight back down in the teens to near 20. And then tomorrow we'll have sunshine mixed with clouds. Temperatures tomorrow, though, milder. We come up into the lower 40s. We'll do that with quite a bit of sunshine. Just a few clouds mixing in. So a pretty decent day tomorrow. And then tomorrow night and Wednesday, that's when we'll watch out for perhaps some of that freezing drizzle. Notice temperatures in the 20s, or maybe some of those rain showers. But of course, when rain's falling in the cold temperatures, that can lead to the icy conditions. So something we'll watch for Wednesday. Then it's generally dry in the afternoon. Thursday looks dry. As we head into Christmas Eve, maybe a few flurries, and then our next storm threat would be Christmas Day. Right now, it looks like a minor storm, and temperatures will probably be above freezing. So maybe just a few rain, should say rain and snow showers. But yeah, probably rain showers. That's on Christmas Day, then blustery and chilly on Sunday. All right, that's a look at your forecast. We'll have more weather coming up in a few minutes. I made it through, Jordan. Knock on wood.
Good job. Thanks, Dan. Well, after the break, a major win at the box office for the new Spider-Man movie. Find out how much money it brought in during its first weekend on the big screen. All right, as we head into the break, quick look at the roads. I-90 in Warren, heading westbound. As you can see, a few headlights coming towards us. No major issues, at least at this hour. If you're heading out there, it looks like you should be fine. In Westfield, too, on the Pike, looks fine there as well. Maybe a little bit more volume there, but nothing too much that will slow you down. That was brought to you by Country Hyundai. Welcome back. Spider-Man: No Way Home, the latest movie in the Marvel series, notched a massive opening day at the box office Friday by bringing in more than $121 million. And that's according to Sony. It's the second highest opening day in box office history and also the highest opening day for the month of December. And after a single day, the film already has the highest grossing opening of any movie during the pandemic. That's an accomplishment. Some industry analysts believe the film could go even higher as the weekend and maybe the week progresses, with the kids also getting off for the holiday break. So there you go. Still to come here on Western Mass News, parents are continuing to speak out after the Curtis Day Blake School is closing, their latest plea to officials. Plus, as millions of Americans are leaving home to celebrate the end of 2021 with family and friends, COVID-19 concerns are on the rise. Kristen Burnell is live with the latest from health officials. And Western Mass News and Tommy Car Auto Group salute all of our local teachers and students, and we want to feature your classroom. So go to westernmassnews.com/messages to upload your school's 10-second morning message video, and you could see it Monday mornings on the networks of Western Mass News.
Getting answers for Western Massachusetts. This is Western Mass News.
Good morning, and thanks for tuning in here to Western Mass News. I'm Jordan McCool, and here's what's making headlines right now. Springfield Public Schools officials are informing parents that morning pickup may be running a little behind schedule today due to an unexpected shortage of bus drivers. According to school officials, the buses will be stopping at every scheduled stop, but they may be running a bit late. No word on whether the delays will impact students later this afternoon. We'll continue to follow it, of course. And beginning today in Westfield, an indoor mask mandate will go back into effect. This after a unanimous vote from the Westfield Board of Health. Several communities all over Western Mass are also reinstating mask mandates due to a rise in COVID-19 infections. And a crash on Roosevelt Avenue took out a utility pole Sunday afternoon, bringing down some wires. According to Eversource, a light pole was hit, but luckily no customers were impacted. Okay, a lot to get to during our Monday morning show, but let's head over to First Warning meteorologist Dan Brown because we want to talk about the weather, and it's cold out there, Dan.
It is cold out there this morning. In fact, we're sitting at 17 in Springfield right now. Lots of teens to be had across the area, but a couple things going for us. 1, dry roads. 2, we're going to have lots of sunshine today. And 3, we don't have a whole lot of wind to worry about. So as cold as it is, at least we don't have these bone-chilling wind chills where it's feeling like it's down near zero. But no doubt, it is cold enough, right? With temperatures coming in the teens this morning. And again, wind chills, most spots are in the teens. A couple areas the wind chills are down into the single numbers, right? Just a tiny, tiny bit of a breeze out there. But plenty of clear sky, plenty of sunshine. It's leading to that nearly full moon lighting up the city and countryside, by the way. So temperatures will come up slowly as we go through the morning, but steadily. We should be near 30 by noontime, and we'll settle into the low to mid-30s across the area. Mid-30s in the valley, lower 30s in the hills, and the wind will be on the light side, so sunshine will prevail through your day today. Well, the forecast for the rest of the week coming up in a few minutes. All right, Jordan, back over to you.
Okay, thank you, Dan. Well, today, Springfield city leaders are planning to meet to discuss what they're calling serious concerns over COVID-19 cases. Western Mass News reporter Amanda Callahan joins us live in Springfield with more on that. Amanda.
Jordan, Mayor Dominic Sarno and the city's Health and Human Services Commissioner Helen Caulton-Harris will meet sometime this morning to discuss COVID-19 concerns here in the city. Mayor Sarno says that he'll also speak with Bay State Health President Dr. Mark Kerouac, as well as Mercy Medical Center's Chief Medical Officer Dr. Robert Roos. This comes as the number of COVID-19 cases is creating challenges for hospitals here in Western Mass. Just last week, Western Mass News spoke with Dr. Kerouac, who says the hospital is facing 4 major challenges. One being the COVID-19 pandemic, which leads to number 2, a capacity management issue. 3 is an increase in behavioral health needs, and lastly, a senior staffing shortage. Dr. Kerouac says the hospital has been operating 10% over capacity for the past few weeks, largely due to a rise in COVID-19 patients.
Bay State Health is licensed for 988 beds. Today, or last midnight census, there was 1,095 inpatients at Bay State.
Dr. Kerouac adds his biggest concern is the staffing shortage, as Bay State works to fill its 1,800 current open job openings. And there's no time set for Sarno to meet with Helen Caulton-Harris yet, but we will continue to bring you the latest updates both online and on air. Live in Springfield, Amanda Callahan, Western Mass News.